possibly. So you potentially could be looking at up to 25 years in prison.
Buckle up, guys. Today we're stepping into a courtroom where fantasy collides with reality. What starts as a routine intro quickly sets the stakes. A sovereign citizen defendant, a real victim, and the looming possibility of decades behind bars. The narrator wastes no time framing the chaos ahead, teasing that courtroom wordplay won't save anyone here. This opening doesn't just welcome viewers, it warns them that this case is about to expose how fast legal myths collapse when real consequences walk into the room.
Mr. Musgrove, you want to come up to the podium, please? This is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Brian Joseph Musgrove, file number 23-21461FH. I have Isaac Sneed appearing on behalf of the people, and I have Michael Dagger-Margosian appearing on behalf of Mr. Musgrove. Mr. Dagger-Margosian might, oh, there he is. So, Mr. Dagger-Margosian, this is a date and time set for pre-trial in this matter. Mr. Musgrove said that he was appearing on his own behalf. I did verify he is not an attorney, and you are still the attorney of record. So, Mr. Dagger-Margosian, how do you wish to proceed?
Well, Your Honor, I am aware that Mr. Musgrove wants to present information to the court. I'm happy to be standby counsel if he wants to represent himself. Obviously, this court would have to go through the colloquy of that, but obviously it's Mr. Musgrove's legal right to at least ask the court to do that. So I'm here to observe at this point.
All right. So, Mr. Musgrove, when you were at the bench or up at the podium before, you said that you were appearing on behalf of yourself. So, Mr. Musgrove, are you asking to no longer have counsel represent you?
Well, what I'm understanding is that the courts is a private for-profit.
So, Mr. Musgrove, I know where you're going with this, and none of that is valid. None of that is law.
I'm not the all caps name. Of course,
none of that is valid. None of that is law. You are standing in my courtroom. I have jurisdiction over you.
All right, guys, this is where the tension starts creeping in. The judge lays out the case cleanly, the attorneys are identified, and then the defendant signals he wants to represent himself. That single choice changes everything. You can feel the courtroom pause as the system gives him the rope, either to make a statement or hang his own defense. This moment matters because it shows how confidence without knowledge can become a liability before a single argument is even made.
So,
I tried to file paperwork with the clerk's office ahead of time so that you would have time to review it, and they denied me.
I know what you're talking about. None of that is valid under the law of the state of Michigan or the Constitution of the United States of America.
What do you mean it is?
No.
The Supreme Court says it is.
What does it say it is?
The Supreme Court says that if we were at the age of 18, we were supposed to claim our minor status.
Nope, not valid.
Okay.
So here's what I would say to you. Mr. Dagger-Margosian is, like most of our public defenders, exceptional attorneys and very well versed in the law and very experienced. He gives legal advice. You may not like the legal advice, but it's usually good advice. I've never had anyone from the public defender's office not wholeheartedly try to represent their clients. So what you are talking about is not valid, and it is not going to get you out of this case. You're not going to be able to say all those things because it's not valid.
Everyone involved in this court case has a financial interest in the case.
I don't have a financial interest in your case. I get paid by the state of Michigan, whether you plead, whether it gets dismissed. I don't make any money off you.
All right, guys, here comes the crash. The defendant launches into classic sovereign citizen talking points, and the judge shuts them down one by one without hesitation. No patience, no debate, just firm legal reality. The courtroom becomes a lesson in authority as the judge explains why none of this paperwork magic matters. This segment is gripping because it shows the exact moment ideology meets the immovable wall of law and loses badly.
We have budgets. The court system is not a profit-generating revenue. We are here to represent people so that people who are charged with crimes are protected. People who are victims of crimes are protected. And that's why we have
But in
all
order
these.
for there to be a crime, there has to be a victim. There is no.
Well, there is a victim in this case
The victim would
because
be the company. And the
you are
company,
charged.
I can't face. the
Actually,
company.
just hold on. So your crime that you are charged with, which you are innocent as of this time, let me grab the right file, is failure. Oh, this is let me see. This is an embezzlement charge. So you are charged in count one with embezzlement 50,000 or more, but less than 100,000. That being an agent, servant, or employee of Hardwoods of Michigan Industries did convert to your own use without the consent of your employer or principal, industrial tools and equipment in the amount of $68,938.40 or money or equipment. And that's a 15-year felony. So if you are found guilty by a jury, you can go to prison for up to 15 years.
All right, guys, this is where the case turns serious. The defendant insists there's no victim, and the judge immediately corrects him by reading the actual charges aloud. Embezzlement. A real company. A specific dollar amount. Suddenly this isn't theoretical or philosophical, it's factual and documented. This part hits hard because the courtroom shifts from argument to accountability, and viewers realize this case carries real harm, not imaginary grievances.
You're charged in count two with using a computer to commit a crime. To facilitate the charge in count one, that carries a maximum penalty of up to 10 years in prison. And the way the statute's set up, I can actually stack those possibly. So you potentially could be looking at up to 25 years in prison. So the victim that's alleged in this would be that business.
Right, and I can't face that accuser because that business can't get on the stand for me to ask questions. And a third party.
But their
can't stand
representative
it.
can. Yes, they can. Yes,
They
they
can?
can. Yes, they
Okay.
can.
All right, guys, now the stakes are spelled out in plain numbers. The judge explains the additional computer crime charge and calmly breaks down how sentences can be stacked. Up to 25 years. The defendant tries to escape again by claiming a corporation can't accuse him, but the judge dismantles that logic just as quickly. This moment is powerful because it's the first time the weight of prison time clearly lands on the record.
189,000 of student loan debt that was forgiven to be a lawyer. You do not. And Mr. Dagger Margosian, Mr. Isaac Sneed, all of the attorneys here went to law school to know the law, and their job is to advise you of the law. So
Yeah,
yes,
but
they
they're
can. Yes,
They're
you
going
can be
by
charged.
everything,
You
all the
can't-
laws and statutes that you guys go by
Are
are for
legal.
corporations. They're for fictitious.
Still a crime. Still a crime.
But I'm not
Still a
a fictitious
crime.
corporation, I'm a living person.
Yep, and that's why
Okay.
you're standing in front of me. If you were dead, the case would be dismissed.
Yeah, the all caps name is that.
That means nothing. That's not valid. It's
Okay.
not legal.
right.
So do you want to represent yourself or do you want to have an attorney to represent you?
I need some time to think.
Okay, so I'm gonna set this for another pretrial on March 20th at 8:30 in the morning. And Miss Adams, could I get a notice of hearing for Mr.
All right, guys, this is the final reality check. The defendant clings to the idea that he's a living person, and the judge delivers a blunt response that ends the fantasy entirely. With no decision made on self-representation, the hearing is postponed, leaving a clear cliffhanger for what's coming next. This ending works because it closes the door on nonsense but opens the door to future consequences. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.